Mike Slane, the discount property investor, wanted to share with you one of our BRRRR case studies. This is, I believe, our 7th property that we were adding to our portfolio using the BRRRR method. You can see it's got a nice brick front, split level house here with a one-car carport. Up in Florissant, Missouri, became one of our favorite areas to do the BRRRR method just because we were finding deals that met our metrics. They worked for us, which was great. So again, we're up in Florissant here. You can see the picture, and let's go ahead and jump into the details. So this one we purchased back in December 2017 for $70,000. And again, we used a private lender because that is our BRRRR strategy. We want to use other people's money to acquire assets. So we bought it using a private lender. Then what our plan is to rehab the property. We estimated 45 days to get this one done and 45 days for the refi to bring it to a traditional commercial lender and get a loan in our name. So again, we estimated 90 days total to complete this from purchase to rehab. We estimated we were going to spend about $12,500 on the repairs, and we figured it would be worth $115,000 when we were complete, and that we would be able to rent it for $1,200 a month. So again, our goal was to get all of our money back, use other people's money to acquire a rental asset. Let's see how the rehab went. So here you can see the kitchen in this first image here on the left was very outdated. So I believe these were old. I think it was the steel cabinets. So again, just not very good. And you can't really see it in this picture. It's best we've got a built-in oven here. So I think the range was over on this side, or maybe there was, no, here it is right here. You see the range hood. So you got a range and an oven, and there was a fridge against the wall. So just a very tiny one-wall kitchen, which is great for rehab because it's inexpensive to replace those cabinets. So very, very cool. Here's a bathroom. We had one sink here, very big. This is a Jack and Jill bathroom. We could walk in down at the bottom, and you could walk out into the master bedroom upstairs through a door on this side. So it's kind of a Jack and Jill. And here's why we got this property for a pretty good price. There was some water damage. So what happened is in the middle of the winter, they did not turn the water off, but they weren't heating the property, and one of the pipes burst inside. So we've got some water damage in there, which again is not very major because there was no mold yet. So we got to it pretty quickly after this happened. Someone had inherited it and they were just ready to be done with it, thankfully. If they let it sit for too long, you get mold building, real bad situation. So these are our before pictures. Now let's jump into what we did with it. So you can see the kitchen, look at this. I mean, just a couple of new cabinets, new countertop, very, very clean, very, very easy. To the right, you can't see it. We put a black range and a microwave above it. So again, a very simple kitchen layout. But again, we're only buying, 1, 2, 3, let's say 4, 5, 6 to 8 cabinets for this kitchen. So it's not very expensive, which is great. We get a nice solid, I like these black countertops. That's what I like to use in them. Our partners, sometimes we use more of this in the bathroom. You can see this kind of countertop that it matches more with our one of the other styles that we like to use. So here in the bathroom, we also added a double sink. It was already plumbed for a sink, but we added the second one in there, had our plumber come and do that. And then all the floors were hardwood underneath some of the ugly old carpet. In the bathroom, you can see we put our vinyl tile down. This is the other side of that bathroom I was talking about. So you walk in here, this is the master, you walk out that way behind that closet. So again, pretty simple rehab, focusing on hard surfaces. The basement, again, we just knocked down some of that ceiling, put in some new drywall, obviously repaired that busted pipe underneath there, made sure everything was clean and dry, and again, just got it up in operation in a rentable condition. So what did we do? We came in a little bit over budget on this one, guys. This was not a home run on our no money out of pocket strategy, unfortunately. We left a little bit of cash in this property. What did we do? We've spent $17,000 on it, so we're into this property for $86,000. What it appraised at was only $105,000. So we think we kind of got clipped on this one. Well, we know we did, and I'll tell you why. We got it appraised for $105,000. This is a split level house. If we go all the way back to that first slide, you can see a great picture. So when you walk in, you've got the stairs up and down. So we've got 3 bedrooms up here, and we've got one giant bedroom in the basement, and we've got a full bath in the basement as well. So we've got a 4-bedroom, 2-bath. But again, I think that our appraiser didn't count the stuff subgrade and did not compare it to similar properties in the area that were also split levels. So again, we got clipped on our rehab on this one. Unfortunately, just was kind of a bummer, but we ended up leaving a little bit of money in it. So if you do the math, 105 times 80%, we were getting 80% loans. We were right around, I think that's 84,000, something like that. So it was about 2,000 plus some refinance costs. So we had to leave about $3,000 into this property. Not the end of the world. We've got about 6 or 7 of these under our belt now. We left some money in it, but we're cash flowing. We rented this out for $1,200 a month, makes about $400 per month. So again, that's going to be paid back to us in less than a year. So one tenant, we're going to have all that money back, getting us back to no money out of our pocket for this one, being able to add it to our rental portfolio as a cash flowing asset. That is the BRRRR method, guys. Again, it's very cool. Our objective is to leave as little money as possible. This one, we didn't quite get away with it, but again, we picked up a great property. I told you I was going to tell you why I know we got clipped on the appraisal. We ended up selling this one 2 years later for $140,000. We ended up spending another $5,000 after tenants moved out and just kind of cleaned everything up. And again, we were able to sell it for $140,000. So again, I know we did our numbers right, and I know we were able to make a good profit on this one. To your success, guys, if you're interested in learning more about the BRRRR method, check out the BRRRR method book. I've got a link below, or the freelandlordcourse.com has an awesome rental calculator on there to figure out if this property is going to work for you using the BRRRR method.